Hello, my howlers. It's Sako Toomey, also known as Casvoid, and today I'm going to talk about the 6 principles of chaos magic. It is no secret that I am a witch. I coined the hashtag WitchyAuthorTube. There are other witches within the AuthorTube community, and it's not as in the forefront of their platform, but it is very much so in the forefront of mine. So I'm going to talk about 6 key principles of chaos magic. I'm going to try and do this as concisely as possible. First of all, the lack of dogma. Second of all, to learn through practice. Third of all, technical excellence. Fourth, deconditioning. Fifth, diverse approaches. And sixth, gnosis. I'm going to try and whack through these in such a way that it makes sense. So first of all, the lack of dogma. So the idea is to be as broad-minded and experimental as possible. Second is to learn through practice, which means to have the intent, but to actually, take the action that is necessary. And then third is the technical excellence, to be scientific about your practice. We go ahead and we're being as broad about our magic approach as possible, because obviously it's all about personal experience. What works for one chaot is not going to work for another chaot. If it works, do it. The whole idea is to find what is effective for you, and that's going to look different for everybody. The deconditioning kind of goes along with the lack of dogma. We all grew up in some kind of dogma, and what we want to do is break down the preconceived notions that we've been basically trained with. For instance, I grew up in Buddhism. I'm 3rd generation Buddhist, and there is a dogma that I have never been a big fan of. There is also a lot of people who bring the dogma of their previous religion and then they're born again Buddhist. Christians, for instance, who decide to become Buddhist, they look at Daisaku Ikeda and kind of revere him as like a new Jesus or a new pope. But he's not. He's just a guy. Just a guy. He just happens to be the great grand student of Nichiren Daishonin himself. But that is another discussion, just in general. Number 5 is the diverse approaches, find what works. And then number 6 is gnosis. And gnosis could be a video in and of itself. It's the altered state of consciousness that allows us to do a lot of our work. Like, that's our hypnosis, that's our hypnagogia, that's our head writing. So again, I kind of word through it, right? But number 1, the lack of dogma. Number 1, the lack of dogma, which is to be experimental and not to be held down by any set of rules. Number 2 is to learn through your practice. It is all about personal experience. Number 3, the technical excellence. Let us be scientific about our practice. Let us record our findings and our process and our practice. Number 4 is the deconditioning, the breaking down of preconceived notions that we've been raised with. And then 5 is the diverse approaches. Find what works. What works for one mage is not going to work for another. And number 6 is gnosis, the altered state of consciousness, which I will go further into in another video. If this video was useful at any point, please hit that like button. If you would like to see what I do for the rest of the summer, which is a whole slew of chaos witchdom, then please hit the subscribe button. And if you hit that bell, odds are really good that it's going to remind you when a video goes up and it's going to be sent right to your subscriptions. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.